Welcome, collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading, no matter what time of day it is that you found this video. I'm super glad that you're here. I hope you guys can see the table okay. I do not have my extra lighting up, so I'll try to adjust the lighting for the video. But I just wanted to hop on here real quick and just pick up again on some of the energy from today's earlier reading. And for those of you who haven't had a chance to see that reading, please go back before watching this reading and look at the one that's titled Archon Energies, okay? And that was a very interesting reading because it started out a certain way and then it just went even further in that direction. So it was during my workday. It's now the evening here. Still the same date. It is, let's see, Friday, November 22nd of 2024. So those numbers may hold significance for you. And so that would be 11/22 of 24. So if this is your birthday, or maybe it's around the date of your birthday, then definitely happy birthday. But yes, so that message really got deep really fast. And so I thought that I would get back on here and just pick up on the energy again and see if there was any other messages coming through regarding the topic of the Archon energy around the planet, not just in the US, but all over the globe, and really the effect of this energy that came up in a reading 2 days ago. And so that reading started out speaking about the light workers, collectives, and those who resonated with the message, feeling like there was like this lull in the energy, a moment of quiet, not peacefulness, just quiet, like almost like the quiet before the storm. And what that really meant in relation to the collectives and light workers. And so I did a reading on it, and it just got so deep into this energy. That's what caused me to do the video on the Archon energy. Incidentally, that topic had come across my virtual desk way before I decided to do the video, but I feel like the timing that I actually went on ahead and released that video was really in alignment with where we are presently on the timeline. So sometimes a download will come up and I'll be thinking about it, but I just know it's not time to release it yet. Super interesting. So anyways, I'm gonna spray some of my fabulous herbal spray. I do make this from scratch, but I'm not selling it just yet, but it is a wonderful addition to my table. So guys, I'm gonna ring the meditation bell, okay? So if you have a sound sensitivity, please do turn the volume on your device down now. Beautiful. Yeah, I definitely wanted to get on a video today because I know I've been doing a lot of the recordings because a lot of the downloads have been coming through during the day when I need to work. And so I have to just take time out when I have a moment. So definitely I wanted to get on here and actually do a video today for you guys. Definitely also, if you have been enjoying the energy, the vibration, the downloads, the messages, please like, share, subscribe. These are wonderful energetic donations to the channel, and it helps the channel to get the messages out to more people because it affects the algorithm. So I appreciate all of my subscribers, old, new, and guests to the channel. Welcome. Welcome to the space. And definitely I'm happy that you're here. Somebody uses the term definitely a lot. Maybe it's me, I don't know. But as I start to channel, certain terminology comes through. There's something about the term definitely. I don't know if someone who's watching the video resonates with that, but it's definitely a thing. Okay, so what I have with me here today, I have Ask Your Guides, I have Clarifying Life Situations, Sacred Soul Messages, Angel Wisdom's Oracle, and Messages of the Cosmic Oracle. So I'm not exactly sure that I'm going to use all of these decks because this isn't going to be a longer read. But I think what we're going to do is actually start with Ask Your Guides to get some opening information. And then maybe we'll go into Sacred Soul Messages and we'll see where we need to go from there, okay? Just clearing out the space so that only energies associated with love, light, and the highest frequencies of source may remain. All others must leave. And so it must be, and so it is. I just want to say after the clearing here, guys, the energy recently since tapping into this download has been very, very interesting. There's a lot here. This is not a black and white topic. Okay, and this is not about politics. This is about something bigger. This is about universal energies. When we talk about Archon energies, we are talking about an archetypal energy. And it just so happens that this particular archetypal energy is not a fan of enlightenment, spiritual, mental, emotional growth, evolution. This is an energy that likes to control things with a very heavy-handed, I guess, method or way of doing things. This is an energy that discourages enlightenment and expansion, but really wants to keep things in control in a state of bondage to ignorance. Disconnected from spiritual understanding and higher self. These are not energies that work with enlightenment and spiritual growth. So I just want to be clear why some of the messages coming up with this download are the way that they are is because the Archon energy is not associated with enlightenment. It's associated with the exact opposite of that energy. So that's where this archetypal energy operates. Okay. So as I thought further about this topic, I thought about how it came out in the previous reading. Once again, if you haven't seen it, please go back and see it. But in the previous reading, there were some thoughts in there about how this is not just a issue here in the U.S. or having to do with politics. This is a issue that is expansive around the globe. So we're talking about Mother Gaia. We're talking about planet Earth, Terra. Like we're talking about the whole expanse. So I want to give you a broader vision of the issue here. So it got me thinking about how these energies are affecting other energies. And the reason why this came through is because for most of us who've been alive, even if it's been just like 18 years, 20 years, 40, 50 years, whatever, 30 years, we've definitely seen evidence in that time period of individual energies that choose to operate in a manner that's in alignment with this archonic energy. What do I mean by that? I mean people, places, things that are not sensitive to the needs of others, are not concerned with how their behaviors and the things that they do affect others, controlling, manipulative, and narcissistic energies that have zero regard or very little regard for the welfare and well-being of others. People who will seem to be like close companions and friends, but given an opportunity to turn on a dime and betray another energy, they'll take it in a second if they feel like there's something good in it for them. Okay, these are just to give some base examples. And once again, this is a general collective message. Guys, if the energy does not resonate, definitely this is not your message, and leave it for whom it is their message, okay? But these are general energies that this archonic energy tends to have an effect on, okay? So when we see this coming through in our experience, like others around us that operate in these energies, we might have even asked ourselves at some point in time, oh my gosh, how could they be that way? That's so inhumane. Inhumane. Something that doesn't seem human. And we might even wonder, like, how could a person operate in an energy like that? Are they even a person? We may have at least once in our lifetime seen energies like that operate. And when we do see things like that, it's shocking, right? We're really blown away by the fact that that could even be a thing. So with that being said, I'm kind of focusing in today, or this evening, this is at the time the video is recorded, on the way these archonic energies have affected those who are not awakened or who are in an energetic state where they are very easily susceptible to energies like this. What do I mean by that? Well, the collectives who are awakened, aware of their soul purpose, and understand more about what they're here to do are less likely to follow energies that are not in alignment or that work against their soul purpose and soul path, right? We talked about some energies in the previous reading that went through some challenges, trauma, struggles that they did not heal from. And so because of this, they ended up working in their south node with archonic energies. We talked a little bit about that in the last reading, just giving some background on some of the individuals that are working with these energies. But the collectives is not in that mindset, and this is where they're different. So they stand out when it comes to situations where energies like that are involved. The collectives stand out as different. They're not going to engage with energies like that. It doesn't even feel in alignment. So what we're talking about here is those that are more susceptible to those energies because they either haven't awakened, they're operating out of their south node, they're very easily manipulated and susceptible to those energies. That's what we're talking about here. So even though a person may grow up and see a lot of wrongdoing towards humanity from people in power and have a serious problem with it, they might get to an age and say, well, everyone around me that tries to be a good person tends to have a difficult time, be struggling. And this is not necessarily the truth, but this is just to give an example of how a person might perceive it. You know, everybody who's a good person ends up having a really rough time. And then I see these people over here who engage with these type of behaviors, manipulation, dishonesty, da-da-da-da. And this is not to say collectives have never lied. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about energies that are pervasive and manipulating for the purposes of their own desires. Okay? Without regard for anyone else. And they don't feel anything about it. It's a very narcissistic and almost sociopathic energy we're talking about here. We're talking about something more extreme. that child may say, well, it's not beneficial to be person A, a good person. It's better to be person B because you can get more from it. Literally, that's how it could go. And so you have a person or an energy that might have grown up to be a person that's helpful and caring. And because of their experience, they choose to use their gifts and abilities in a South Node manner because they believe this is the way you get over it. This is the way you succeed in this experience. So that's what we're talking about today in this video, taking that topic of the Archon energy further. We're talking about how it affects members of society, the human populace here at this time, and during this timeline. How these energies, and these energies don't even care because they don't even view the populace as anything of value. But if it happens to rub off on them and they're crappy in their behavior, they're like, oh, good, that's an extra bonus for us. It's not a thing for them. Their focus, like we talked about in the last video, is strictly their focus. They have tunnel vision for that. Whatever blows up, flips over, rocks off to the side while they're doing that, it's just part of the process. They're not worried about it. But what is real is that others are observing these energies and seeing that, there are people, places, things that are in alignment with these energies, and they're having better results than people who choose not to live their life in that way. So this can be an influencer on members of the populace, those who are incarnated right now in our present timeline. So let's grab something from Ask Your Guides from the Oracle deck here. And Spirit, let's just get just like an opening card to help us with understanding more about this Archon energy and how it is affecting the populace, and even the way that others are treating, like, members of the populace, the way members of the populace are treating other members of the populace who are incarnated at this time due to these archonic energies. Guys, the decks are pre-shuffled. As always, energy is cleared and cleansed. Just giving them a shuffle on camera so you can see the energy work. Spirit, what do we have here? Here we go. Solitude, higher self. That's our first card out. Solitude and higher self. Okay, we're going to read the guide on this so we can understand more about it. Number 8 is on the table. Solitude and higher self. Let's see. Okay, so this one talks about meditate, contemplate, review, and listen. I don't know if you guys can see that card. I can hold it up for you here. So this one says, you're being counseled by your higher self to retreat and renew your soul through quiet contemplation and meditation. Your nervous system has been overstimulated and you can't absorb any more input from the outer world. Wow. Step away and give yourself the necessary peace and time alone you require to recalibrate. In doing so, you'll begin to sense, feel, and even hear the voice of your higher self, which will help you to regain your inner direction. Meditate in whatever way feels best for you. Sit quietly and listen to the guidance your higher self is transmitting through your entire body. Fully open your heart to your higher self. Even if you doubt you are succeeding, you are making contact now. Your higher self invites you to consider your present circumstances calmly and confidently. Clear direction from your higher self will come to you, so listen. Your higher self's message to you, be quiet and listen. So this is really interesting because this is talking about meditation, contemplation, review, and listening. So where I feel like this card is really plugging us into today's download This is talking about the difference between those who are in a state constantly of contemplation, meditation, review, listening to their higher selves, versus those who do not. Now, this is not a judgment, because collectives, more than likely, each and every one of us who are now focused on our soul path journey, at some point in time, we were not. And we were probably not focused. We probably didn't meditate. We probably didn't listen to our higher self. We probably didn't even know what our higher self was. And so at that point in time, we were very disconnected from our soul path journey, and we were probably doing things that were disconnected in general. But what this message is saying here today is that for those who understand the importance of solitude, intentional isolation, moving yourself to a space where you can reflect, do that energy work and that connective work for yourself, your higher self, your spirit team, connecting in all these areas and with the universal energies, there is a different result than an energy that does not engage in these processes. And so they're more easily moved, manipulated, and maneuvered by the energies circling around them. So when I think about the archonic energy, and I think about people who are kind of like just disconnected and detached from what's happening, and then they tend to be more grouchy, crabby, really heavily affected by the air and the energy around them. And then you have people who are connected, meditate, utilize solitude for that soul path work and that connective work. Yes, they are affected, but not in the same way. They can feel it. They're sensitive and empathic to it, but they're not choosing, actively making a choice to work with those energies. They are actively making a choice to do just the opposite. And they're doing just the opposite by focusing on their soul path journey. There's a difference. And I think that's really where the energy is going today with that. Thank you, Spirit. So we're seeing a little bit more about why these other energies are so susceptible to, what's going on with this archonic energy out here. Just a general mistreatment of other fellow beings who are on the planet at this time. It's huge. Okay, Spirit, messages from the sacred soul messages here to help us to get more clarity on this particular reading. Okay. Anything we need to know, understand, anything that will help us understand more about the topic of the archonic energies, how and why they are affecting ones at this time. What do we have? Messages for the collectives. There we go. The moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. Hang in there. Be patient. You are on the right track. Just a little bit of encouragement there. That's beautiful. I'm going to place that one right here. Please help us to clarify, Spirit. The moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. I think I'm getting an idea. Yep. I am not this hair. I am not the skin. I am the soul that lives within. Beneath the surface, looks can be deceiving. Look at this. Wow. We're going to get one more, Spirit, one more. But I think I'm getting an idea of what's going on. Clarification on the two cards on the table, please. Almost looks like one wanted to flip. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Let yourself be drawn by the pull of what you truly love. divine purpose, mission in life, and being guided. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look at the energy we have on the table. Well, guys, I kind of had an inkling of what this was about. Yeah, we're really hearing about the polarity between the groups that are really affected by the archonic energy or working with that energy versus the groups that are not. So now we're talking about the groups that are not. We're talking about collectives. So there's something about your light. The moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. So listen, collectives, you've done and have been doing the shadow work. So you have not avoided the night or the dark side of yourself. You've been delving and digging deeper. This is why you're healing. And we're in a constant, what's the word I want to use? We are in a constant pathway of healing our entire incarnation here, because we're coming here to work through karmic energy and to grow and to learn and expand. So that's okay. This is speaking about how collectives is really taking the time to focus on their internal growth and healing. And because of not avoiding those aspects or those shadow or moon or dark side aspects of self, they're bright. Their light is bright. They're growing. Things that were hidden things have now become brightly lit gems that the collectives can use in their work that they're doing here at this time. And definitely you are getting an indicator here to be patient, because you are on the right track. Because we talked about this before, feeling like there's a lull in the energy. No, there's not. There's some big things coming, and it's important that collectives is taking the opportunity to rest. Super important. And definitely, collectives, you are not what you appear to be on the outside. There is so much more to you. So you are not your hair. You're not your skin. You are definitely the soul that lives within, and that work that you've been doing on your shadow side is helping you to illuminate this even more. Because we see the illuminated jack-o'-lantern face. Somebody lit the fire in that jack-o'-lantern. That's you guys, collectives. You've definitely been lighting your own fire through your experiences and that healing work. And definitely this one, North Node. Do you see that? North Node. You are not operating out of your South Node. Maybe you were in the past, but that's not the case today. And definitely you are letting yourself be drawn by the pull of what you truly love. So you've really connected with some aspect of your soul path or purpose here, and you are feeling good about that. Regardless of what the masses or the groups are doing, you are feeling comfortable and good with the work that you're doing, and it's your North Node. You understand what your divine purpose is, your mission in life, and you are being guided by your spirit team, your guides, to continue down that path. So if there are archonic energies and things that are along that path, more than likely, collectives, not only are you not engaging with them, you're avoiding them. It doesn't set well with you. And this is why these energies can't even encourage you or influence you to treat others in humanity a certain way or to behave a certain way, because it's just not, you're vibrating too high. Let's put it that way. It's not in your view to even go that direction. That's not where you're focused. So just like these archonic energies are very focused on what they want, you collectives are also very focused on what you want. And it isn't what these energies are offering. That's for sure. Okay, clarifying life situations. Let's pull out a few cards from here. And see if we can get a little more clarification on the reading today. Spirit, any other information on the groups that this archonic energy is affecting and the way that they are responding to that energy, I guess, is the best question. Very good. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, that one popped right out. No illusions. Stay grounded in truth, embracing reality with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journey authentically. Yeah, you guys are not drawn to the illusions, the illusory energy of the Archon energy. There has to be illusions, because if you take sentient beings and tell them everything that is innately in their heart is wrong, you've got to be able to prove that stuff. You've got to create a world around beings that come here with a natural draw towards creativity, tapping in and tuning in with themselves, connecting with universal energies, feeling like everything is magic. And if you don't believe me, talk with a child, a young child, before they've had that part of themselves ruined by people who don't believe in magic. And you'll see that natural wonderment and awe in a young child. It's just naturally there. It gets removed as they go through this process here, this systemic process. We start to see those thoughts, ideas, beliefs leave. But you collectives are not fooled by the illusions. Maybe at one point you were, but you awakened. You see things clearly now. And so these energies are not able to have the effect on you that they have on others who are not in that state. Or maybe the effect that they used to have on you. I don't know. Take the energy as it resonates. Steady progress, yes. Move with deliberate care as patience and attentiveness guide you to thoughtful achievements. Yes, collectives, you have made steady progress in this area, right? Because we all come here, you know, we all deal with family members, you know, friends, the school system, different things, and then we're, you know, we have new experiences to factor in. Let's just put it that way. But with that being said, we still have another opportunity after we're done with that, like, initial training to look at things again when it's our choice to do so in the way that we want to do it, and see, does this really resonate for me? Is this how I really feel? Or is this like something that I was shown and taught, and I do this because I was told I'm supposed to do this? We have that opportunity. And for you all, you have made steady progress with asking yourself these questions and then taking the needed guided steps, in some cases, from your guides and your spirit team. And for those of you who just feel like it's a higher intuition, yeah, that's okay too. However you relate to this, take the energy as it resonates. But you all are making progress, and your achievements are thoughtful. They're not just something that an energy is pushing on you or somebody else tells you you should be doing. These are steps that you're taking because you believe these are exactly what you should be doing and in alignment. And they are. Any other messages for the collective, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, look at this. Trust yourself. Look at that. You're even getting some pounds. This one says, let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. Wow. Yeah, so is things here heat up, turn up, shift, change, whatever terminology you want to use, you're being encouraged to trust your intuition. Why? Because it is your compass. Look at this. Did we not? Let yourself be drawn by the pull of what you truly love. Look at this. Trust yourself. There's your compass right there. Came out earlier in the read. That's amazing. I don't think I need to say too much about that. And then also, look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a child. There's a child there. We were just talking about that childlike innocence and that belief that, you know, magic is real and we live in a magical experience. And there's the image of the child right there. You're being encouraged to trust yourself. Be childlike in this energy. Yeah, crystal clarity. This is going to help you with your clarity. It's going to illuminate your path with openness, insight, readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. Look at this. So you have more information, more clarity coming your way, but collectives is being encouraged to really move away from that South Node archonic energy and focus on that soul path, light guided energy. You're already doing this, but this is just more confirmation that you're on the right path, and this is where clarity is going to come from. Also, there's going to be some clarity about some of these situations going on. Most certainly. You're going to get more clarity. So also, you're being encouraged. You're also being encouraged to be patient about that. Okay. So we had this one fall on the floor. Happiness is simple. Find joy in life's small wonders, for they hold the key to a fulfilling and contented heart. Look at this. And we've been talking about this. Happiness is simple, believe it or not. Some of these other energies are not. Happiness is about really finding your own way, finding your own path, and being content with that. That's where happiness comes from. So you guys are being encouraged to really tap into that happiness. Keep your vibration up, because some of these energies are just very intense and very low vibrational. You can't touch someone whose energy and vibrational level is up. Let's grab this one. Harbor of peace. Yes, this is going to help you with your peace. Tapping into that happiness energy. This one says, find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. Where is your gentle harbor? Where do you go when you need to center? When everything's kind of gone bonkers around you? Having that island of peace or that tranquil harbor, that's going to serve you well at this time. So really finding ways to tap in and tune in to peace and restful energy when the energies around us are not. That is definitely the archonic energy. I won't even say anarchy, because anarchy is a form of organization. This is chaos. That's what this energy is. That's not a good energy for anyone. That's a terrible energy, because it creates a lot of fear, anxiety, doubt, unsureness. Human beings don't function well in that kind of energy. Thrive and believe. This one says, embrace growth and trust and promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. Yeah, so just like we talked about the clarity, guys, you have some clarity coming in about some of these events that are happening in our timeline right now, and how this is going to affect the workload, basically, of the light workers and those who are here to help. But just in general, our world that we are living in on Mother Gaia, we're going to experience some shift and change that was meant to come in, but it's going to help with this great awakening work. So you're going to get more clarity on, how that works out and what's really going on there and how you factor into that. You're going to be getting more clarity. Oh, wow. We had a bunch of cards that just wanted to pop at once. Let's see what we've got here. And then we're going to move to the next deck. Let's see. I want to keep this in its original position. Wow. True intentions, eclipse of concealment, and give up control. Yeah. Stay authentic and aligned, trusting your inner wisdom to guide you toward genuine fulfillment. So you're being encouraged to continue to be authentic in the energy the way you have been. This is why these archonic energies are not affecting the collectives. They are staying authentic in the energy and focusing on their true intentions in alignment with their soul path. And then we have eclipse of concealment. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. More information coming through. Look at this. So the eclipse of concealment, this is really giving me an energy of the end of energies that are able to conceal, hide, navigate away from, not take accountability for type energies. that's coming to an end. It's an eclipse or a blackening, a darkening out of those kind of energies. So this really plays into that energy that clarity is coming through on some of these areas that were formerly unknown to the populace. They're going to be revealed. This is just another way of saying revelation, like something is coming, something's going to be revealed. And then, of course, give up control. This is a challenging one because human beings feel vulnerable or unsafe when things feel out of control. But this is part of that expansion, evolution, and growth work. Giving up control doesn't mean not doing anything to support or help yourself. It means allowing your guides and universal timing to really grab hold of the reins and move things the way they need to be moved to get you exactly to the place you need to be at. So you're being encouraged to give up control. This one says, release your grip on outcomes, embrace the present moments, wisdom. So we don't know what the outcome of everything is going to be. And even though we can pull some cards on things, some energies or some outcomes are actually blocked, guys. Like several different card readers, tarot readers, energy readers could pull on the same energy and really get to about the same space. Maybe not. Maybe some could get further. But if it's not meant for it to be revealed on a universal scale, it's not coming out in a card reading. Trust and believe that. Like that energy will be blocked. I've run into questions that I've asked before where the energy was like blocked. It wasn't meant for that energy to be known yet. And so it was very clear. And for those of you who are readers, you'll get what I'm saying. It's very clear that the energy is blocked. So some of this, because it's a global scale thing, like there's a stopping point here. Some of this I can't really get further on. But there's some basic information here that I think is definitely enough to chew on, because it's quite deep. When we talk about the Archon energy, the background, the Archon energy, and then also how it's affecting those who are on the planet at this time. I'm going to pull from Angel's Wisdom, and then we're going to conclude there. I think we've kind of went through all the information that was going to come out about this particular topic, so I don't think there's too much more to pull on. I just wanted to make sure I covered everything and got back on here to do a part 2 as promised. So, all right. Let's see, what do we have here? Any last messages for the collective, Spirit? Any last messages for the collectives before we close out, please? Okay, we'll try it this way. Oh, there we go. Any other messages? Okay. Let's grab one more. Oh, there it goes. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Oh, wow. So we had 3 messages come out, guys. Look at this. We had peace, we had honesty, and boundaries. Yeah, continue to be authentic in your energy, excuse me. This is going to help you to be peaceful. And set your boundaries. So energies that are not in alignment, for those of you who are empathic energies, it might be challenging sometimes when close friends, family, associates want to pull on your energy and it's just not appropriate. You just don't have it. Like your cup is not full and you need to take some time to take care of yourself, because that came out. Instead of just giving of your energy when you really don't have it, you are being encouraged to actually use your boundaries, because that energy is just like the previous 2 videos ago, that the collectives are being told to rest up because you're about to be busy. So, you know, keeping your vibrational level high, you know, being honest and authentic in your work that you're here to do, or just, you know, your beliefs and what you hold close to your heart in relation to the work that you're here to do. Not allowing others to persuade you in an opposite direction if you know that this is exactly what you need to be doing. And that could also be part of your boundaries. And also being careful about what energies you allow in your space. This also is another reason why the collectives are, once again, this archonic energy isn't even a thing for them, with the exception of them experiencing it as a member of the populace. But it's not something they work through or work with. Collectives is repulsed by these energies that have zero regard for humanity, and they show it by their actions. And so really, when we talk about energies like this is more so energies associated with like energies that are running the planet in a way that is harmful to humanity. Let's put it that way, so I don't get my video completely flagged. Might anyways, we'll see. But definitely collectives, keep up the good work. You know, please know that we are in the middle of a shift, a transition. And so yes, things get a little bit rocky when we're shifting or transitioning timelines. But, you know, the work that we're here to do is the work we were here to do either way. Everything is happening so that things can be understood, revealed, more clarity coming in, okay, as promised by the universe. So, you know, buckle in for the ride, take this time to rest, continue to keep your vibration high, do the work. And, you know, as this story unfolds, definitely we'll be in a better position if we can focus on those areas than if we are like energies that are disconnected and working out of our south node. That's definitely, obviously not going to be the best choice. So it is challenging. It's not easy, but it's exactly what you need to be doing. And you're being encouraged to keep going down that path, okay? And that's actually how you defeat those kinds of archonic energies, is by doing the exact opposite. That's how you do it. So guys, I want to thank you so much for being here with me this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time of day it is you found this video.